Hey everybody, welcome to the Hockey Skate Down. This weekend was just a great weekend as if you're a Devil fan, and a shocker, a really big shocker. We played yesterday. We beat the Caps, who are one of the best teams in the league this year, tied for league lead in points, and we beat them pretty mightily, 5-1. And on a 60 minute effort, the team played well. Heisher had a strong game. Just a lot of Devils played great, and Domingue played in net and played well. So what happens the next day? We're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. We are nervous about that game because we want to keep this winning streak going. And what happens a little bit before game time? Ray Shero's fired. And, I was not expecting that at all, as a lot of Devils fans were. We were not expecting that to happen. Probably expecting it later in the year if we didn't make the playoffs and had another, rest of the season went astray and we just kept losing. I had a feeling it would have happened, but I never would have thought it would have happened now. We just came off a huge win, probably one of the best games we played all year, and you fire him now? That's just the timing was a big question mark for me. Why not do it when the beginning of the year when we were just playing horrible and couldn't win a game at all? It's been a really interesting year. Hines gone. Nasruddin is our coach. Taylor Hall's traded, which we all knew was 90% going to happen. And, now Shero's gone. So it's just been a very interesting year. And amidst all this, we're playing well now. It's strange. So, just interested to see what happens the rest of this year going into the trade deadline because it's a weird situation for Fitzgerald to step into because he's got the trade deadline not too far away. So, who do you move out? Who do you bring in? I guess the way we're playing, we're 4 games under 500, so it's not that bad. And it's bad because we're bad in the standings. But as far as points, we're picking them up. We're getting more and more wins, so we're playing better as of late. And I'll just say whatever they announced today. They said that the Devils and Ratio agreed to part ways effective immediately. Tom Fitzgerald will serve as interim general manager and will receive support from Martin Brodeur. And that's what the Devils tweet said. And then I saw later it said that Brodeur will serve as hockey operations advisor. So I guess it's basically like an assistant GM because of the way they're putting it. And as far as Shero has served as GM since May 4th, 2015, and the Devils have since went 157 wins, 167 losses, and 48 ties, making the playoffs once and bottoming out twice. And that's when we got Heisher and Hughes. Josh Harris said, "We're not getting it done. We haven't been in winning. There's a lot of positives, but it was time to go in a different direction." So the owners want to win. They paid a lot of money for this team. They want this team to be successful and win. It's been 5 years and we haven't won. So only going to the playoffs once. Seeing one of our best Devils leave. Get traded. It's a lot for the owners to take in. So they thought it was the best interest for the team going forward to part with Ray Shero. Devils now are 17, 21, and 7, 41 points. And a lot of questions were brought about, like what could have led to this happening. Um, did Shero want to part ways with? Did he want to trade Palms and Palmieri and Zajac and Vatanen, like all these older players? Because if you want to go back and watch it, when he was talking after the Hall trade, he was basically saying players of a certain age, and he kept reiterating that. So I don't know if he was saying those 27, 28-year-old players he wants to get rid of and try to get younger players and prospects in here. So maybe it was a thing where there was some moves that were going to happen and the owners got wind of it, or they had a meeting about it and they didn't like it, so they kind of butted heads about it because, Shero saw it one way and the owners saw it another. Shero is all intent on doing whatever it takes to get the best team as possible, but also he wants to get a team that's built for the future, whereas the owners want to win now. So it's a hard mix. So could that have been it? Could Shero have just not been in it as much this year, and maybe there was another something lurking in the background of another possible GM job down somewhere else? Could that have been it? I don't know. So I don't know if this will ever come out. I just think the owners wanted to go in a different way. They want to win. So maybe this was just another way to spark this team and saying we believe in you guys. You guys could do it. So I'm nervous about this. With Tom Fitzgerald's never been a GM. He's been an assistant GM before. So he's a great hockey mind. He's always been one of those people that have been considered for GM jobs but have never gotten it. But just being a candidate of that is speaking very highly of yourself. And when you have Brodeur behind you, helping you out, it can only be a positive. And I'm also worried about grooming Brodeur for this situation because I just don't want Brodeur's legacy tarnished if things don't work out right. Kind of like what happened with McLean when he became head coach. A lot of people don't remember him as what he's done for the team. They remember him as just that horrible coach that coaches that one year and we just sucked. So, you know, it's just been, it was hard to really concentrate in this game because, you're wondering what's going on behind the scenes with this. You're hoping to hear news of what happened, and it's just very odd. The timing of this whole situation is odd, but, hopefully, Tom Fitzgerald could do something good with this. He could stick around. And he's got a lot of big questions, a lot of big things to do this year. He's got to add some offense to this team. He's got to fix that Hughes line. You can't have Wood and Simmons on that line going into next year. You need some scorers to help him produce. You have to work on the defense. You have to bring in a good backup goaltender. If Domingue could keep this up, great. He's looked great the last 2 games. So, and I like him as a person. He seems like a funny, quirky guy. So, we'll see what happens with that. But he's got a lot of things to address. The coaching is Nasruddin and his staff going to stay on for next year. Where the drafting situation, it's a lot to take on this time of year to make a change like this. So hopefully Fitzgerald and Brodeur could take it on and lead this team to better days ahead. So I'm bummed about this. I did like Shero. When we all saw Lou was kind of on the outs with us, which I love Lou. I'm never going to speak bad about him. I saw it as well. I saw the way the drafting was going horribly and players were walking away in free agency and us losing them for nothing. A lot of big names too. And just those plug and fill kind of UFAs that he was getting that really never panned out. We needed a change. When Ray Shero came in, I was really excited because I like what he did with Pittsburgh. I like how he was very proactive with players that didn't want to stick around and he moved them for a great return. I just like what Ray Shero did with trades. I really do. I like the players he brought in here. I like what he built here. He came into this with having, it's not like what Lou did when he went to Toronto or the Islanders. He had a good team in place. This team here, if you go back to when he was brought in, look at the lineup then to what it is now and the prospect pool from what it is then to now. That's what I like about Ray Shero. I like what he added to this team and the direction it's heading. I really do like it. I like all the players he's brought in and the players we're excited for years to come. So, it's bittersweet. I hate to see him go, but I'm just, we weren't winning. So, unfortunately, when you're not winning, changes will be made, and the owners address that. So, let me know what you all think. Thank you for all watching. I know it's been one of those days where you're extremely happy about the win, but you may be bittersweet about the news of this and where this leads us to. So, let me know what you think. As always, thank you for watching. Please like it. Please like the video. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the whole Shero thing. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you want to see happen or whatever? But thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Join our hockey team. Have a great rest of the night and take care.